Hello, my name's Tim Marsh, and I'm just putting together 3 short videos on the relationship between stress, mental health, empowerment, well-being and accidents this morning. And what I'll do is I'll stand in front of a green screen, which will imply that I am in an office in a skyscraper, possibly in New York, Chicago, Singapore or Hong Kong or somewhere like that. But we thought it would be nice to introduce them from my actual desk in my actual office in Manchester. So I hope you enjoy the videos. Thank you. This first short video is about stress. You know, back in the day, it was a word bandied around a lot. You know, you mustn't have your workforce too stressed. I just want to break down what stress actually is, and what stress is. A simple definition is the pressures that you're under exceeding your ability to cope with those pressures. It's as simple as that. And the physiology of stress is really simple. Back in the day, we have a thing called the amygdala, and that was really useful back in the day because it helped us spot threats, saber-toothed tigers, raids by other tribes, that sort of thing. And we're kind of physiologically designed to be in fight or flight or rest and digest. And the amygdala, of course, triggers the fight or flight response. So blood to the muscles, blood to the eyes, that butterfly feeling in the stomach because it's trying to turn any food there into energy and so on. And that's perfectly adaptive, and we're geared up for that and designed for that. But you don't want to be in it too long. If you can imagine something like a car, you know, you wouldn't have a very useful car if it didn't have first gear, but you really wouldn't want to be in first gear very long. Not very good for the car, not very good for your wallet. Different individuals bring different levels of resilience to the situation, of course, and that can be dependent on physiology, on personality, on lifestyle choices, on habits. So obviously people with good lifestyle choices, good habits, strong physiology and a resilient personality are in a better place to deal with stress. And of course some of that is genetic, but some of that we can actually impact ourselves by things like learning to sleep well, eating well, taking lots of good quality exercise, having gratitude diaries, or having, I think the Dalai Lama says, having low expectations is the way to happiness, because you're not trying to achieve too much, you're proportional balance and so on. So that's the individual. And what I need to talk about next, of course, is the organisational stressing factors. But when we're talking from an organisational perspective, there are things that we can control that can help with that simple balance. So things like, have people got the right training, the right amount of time to do the job, the right resources? Have they been inducted properly? Have we got the work-life balance properly? Have we been able to tweak the job so people can work from home when it suits them, if it suits them, and so on? You know, do we routinely ask people, you know, I want you to be productive and safe and healthy. What do you need from me? And then do we tweak if we can? You know, and other little things as well, like autonomy. You know, is a really good example. Some people like to be self-employed. They need a level of autonomy that is so great they can only really function as self-employed. For other people, if they had that level of autonomy, they'd never sleep at night. So it's all about giving an individual the resources that they need to have a good day at work. And on a broader context, of course, we need to talk about things like interpersonal interaction. You know, some people like a lot of interpersonal interaction, other people like a little interpersonal interaction, but what we all want is good quality interpersonal interaction and empowering interpersonal interaction where people listen to us and respect us. And it's particularly when things have gone wrong. So as it said in the first video, the introductory video to these pieces, you know, when things have gone wrong, you need an objective, analytical approach to error, where you first ask, why did it occur, curiously, not aggressively, and therefore you build a fair culture which delivers lots of levels of trust. There is nothing more stressful in life than a feeling that you're being treated unfairly, or that you're being spoken to like you're an idiot by somebody with poor quality emotional intelligence skills and so on. Susie Orbach, the famous psychiatrist, was once asked, if you had unlimited funds, what would you do? Would you give absolutely everybody counselling? And she said, no, if I had unlimited funds, I'd invest in emotional intelligence training for every parent and every supervisor and manager. So what can we do as organisations in summary? Well, firstly, we can help and encourage and facilitate individual resilience and good habits within our workforce by providing them with gym memberships and bikes and bananas and all that good stuff, and sleep workshops and financial well-being workshops. But at an organisational level, what we can do is we can simply seek to minimise the stresses. I think mine put this really well. They say, don't say you have to be tough to work around here, because that puts all the onus on the individual. Much better to say, look, despite our very best efforts, there are times when you need to be tough to work around here. If you take the latter approach, what you're doing is you are first looking to see what you can do to help and facilitate and set up the benefits of good work is good for you.